welcome back to Joe and Di's Allotment channel. I'm Joe and Di's behind the camera. So what we're going to do today is a plot tour of plots 52, 59, which is up there, and the kitchen garden at home. So we'll start on plot 52 and show you how things are going. It's been a very dry year this year. In fact, I saw somewhere today it's been the driest 8-month period since 1976. And we also had the heat wave, which broke all records at 40 something degrees centigrade. So it's been a very sort of strange year for growing stuff this year, and I'll show you some of the damage that's been caused as a result. The Jerusalem artichokes are, as you can see, are drying up due to the sort of lack of rain we've had. Normally we'd be sort of forming some flower heads by now, but yeah, it's looking very dry. So as a result of the lack of rain as well, I think Jerusalem artichokes are only about 2/3 the size they normally are. They're normally up here somewhere, and we can't see the shed after a while. But so yeah, they've grown very small this year. We're working our way through harvesting the potatoes. So we've finished the rockets and we're now on the Nicola salad, which is the second earlies. We're working through those every week. So we've still got the main crop to go. As you can see, even that's looking a bit sad for itself. We've tried watering, but it's to no avail really. The soil is so dusty, it doesn't make an impact really. You can pour buckets and buckets of water in, and it just doesn't seem to penetrate deep enough really. So yeah, I mean, they're starting to go sort of pale green and starting to wither. So I'm not sure what sort of crop we're going to get this year with the main crop, but we'll see. Comfrey's regenerated itself, that's growing quite well, so we need to sort of chop that down and make some more comfrey liquid. The beans have suffered this year as well. The climbing beans have suffered. They seem to be going to seed very quickly this year, and they've not grown that well. Been sort of watering like mad, but yeah, not very good. Not as prolific and as good a yield as previous years. The only thing that's done well is the sunflower, which grew from a seed that dropped in the ground. That's an amazing size, grown to an amazing size. It's got a beautiful flower on it, so it's lovely. And that just grew itself. Not only have the beans not grown that well, we've had a lot of trouble sort of germinating this year. We've had to do, I think, 2 or 3 sowings in some respects to sort of get a crop out of it. The squash bed though enjoys the heat, and that's done really well. We've had lots of courgettes and marrows. The butternut squashes are growing well. They're doing quite well. We've got quite a few here. The pumpkins are doing well. They're coming on nicely. Nice pumpkins growing. We're watering these a lot as well. And these are the Kokuro pumpkins, which is the ones that produce edible pumpkin seeds. So this is the first time we've grown those ones, but they're doing quite well, the squash bed. So the leeks have only just started to grow now really. They should be a lot sort of larger than this by now. I'm normally earthing them up by now, but they've not been large enough to earth up yet to sort of increase the sort of white stem area. But yeah, I mean, they've only just started to grow now. Now the temperatures, I suppose, cooled down a little bit. The second lot of sweet corns, they're doing well. So is the cow, which is under cover. You can start maybe cropping some of those leaves off that shortly. They're looking okay. I weeded all this area last week, so the weeds are still growing even though the conditions aren't good. So our French beans, we're leaving to dry on the plants. We're going to crop those for beans. We're going to crop those for beans and dry them off and use them in sort of soups and sort of stews during the winter. So we've got quite a few here to dry off. So I think I've said before on previous vlogs, this is probably the worst strawberry harvest we've had for years. As a result of that, it might not be just the conditions though, but I think it's getting a bit old as well and coming to the end of its life. So what we're going to do, we've been watering them to try and encourage some of the runners to start growing, which we're going to pot up. There's quite a lot of new plants in there as well, mixed up with the old plants. So what we're going to do in about September, October is move the bed down to the other end, pick out the best ones and pot up some runners and start a new bed down the other end. So we've got 2 apple trees on this bed as well, and they're looking quite good. These should be ready for sort of harvesting in 3 to 4 weeks hopefully. So we'll start harvesting those, and we'll store those for winter use. These ones are a good eater, so we'll harvest these as well when the time's right. They're still a bit firm at the moment, so I don't think they're quite ready. Rhubarb's all come to an end now, so we need to sort of tidy this area up, and yeah, maybe put some manure or compost over the top. That's all done. So that was plot 52. This is plot 59 now. So we'll have a look around here. So the rhubarb similarly is all coming to an end. Got a lovely artichoke flower there. Isn't that lovely? What lovely blue on it. The Nigella's all gone to seed. And we've got some pears on our pear tree. I think it's only a couple of years old, this pear tree, so I think we've got 4, which is not bad. Again, probably due to a lack of rain, but the raspberry crop has been poor this year. This bed we only replanted about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Got some lettuces coming through, spinach, and some carrots at the end there as well. Bits of parsley and bits of other stuff that we put in, beetroot. That's a bit of a mixture, that one. The cauliflowers have been a total disaster. I think that 40-degree heat killed them off completely. So they've done really badly. I think we're going to pull those out now and give up on those. We've got a small bed of carrots here, which are doing okay. The late sowing of beans are doing okay. They're sort of thriving and doing well. We've taken out all the onions and shallots as well, so we've got some space left now for some other things to go in. Got a little bit of spinach and chard left here. They're going to seed, which I might let these go to seed, let them drop their seeds, and we get a nice plants growing all over the place for nothing really, which is quite good. So the greenhouse, we've started taking some tomatoes out of here. Little chili peppers are coming on quite nicely, the little tiny ones, which are very hot variety. And we've got some cow at the end, they're in pots still. So what we do is we put those into the area where the onions and shallots have come out now, so we can replant those into those areas. And we've got some other stuff at home to bring down and plant as well. So this bed's got the winter brassicas in, it's got some cabbages and sprouting broccoli, so they won't be ready till next year. We've got a small amount of leeks here. So this is the bed we've taken out the onions and shallots from. We've still got some beetroot in here. Look at that one. Got a lovely size of that one. So we'll start cropping these now. So we do plant these successionally, so we've got a sort of steady flow. These are our celeries and a row of parsnips. And we've got another whole bed of cow under cover there as well. They're looking okay. This plum tree's done really well this year. Got some lovely sized plums on it. Unlike the one at home where they've stayed sort of miniature size and not grown at all. So yeah, this one's doing alright. We need to sort of crop these and process these this week. Grapes are starting to swell up now. And the apples are looking good. They're still a bit firm, so I reckon a few more, hopefully another month or so we start cropping these. Yeah. As you can see, loads and loads of apples on it this year. This is the other plum tree. These ones are a smaller size. We've got another little sort of bed of parsnips in here, which we grew in toilet rolls. and another main crop potato. These ones look healthier than the ones down the other end, because I think we've been watering more thoroughly, I think.
In the shade as well.
And they're in the shade, yeah, maybe didn't get so much heat as the other ones did. So this is our cucumber bed, but this is a good warning for everyone. If you don't label things properly, you end up with a butternut squash plant in there as well. As one there, one there. We've got a few little things at the end there. We've got some beetroot coming through, carrots and rocket. So we've got 2 beds of tomatoes and peppers and aubergines. As you can see, even these are getting sort of some damage from the sun. They're sunburnt on the ends. But we're starting to sort of crop some of these ones. And we've got a tiny little aubergine. I'll have to have a word with some of the friends on the other allotments, because they seem to have got some lovely sized aubergines every year. I'll have to find out what their secrets are. Sweet corn's doing well. They're nice plumping out now. Looks like we've got a good crop of sweet corn. A little bit of parsley left there, not got much now though, it's sort of gone really. So these are our red cabbages. They're starting to form heads now. Not massive heads, but they're forming little heads. And I think we've got sort of Brussels under here as well. They're looking quite healthy. Yeah, so we've had a look around plots 52 and 59, so we're now in the garden. First thing I'll show you is the plums. They're very tiny on this. I think this is a different variety to the one down the allotment, but I mean they're starting to soften up, but I'm not sure we're going to get much off them this year. Yeah, very disappointing. Chickpeas are doing well. They're starting to dry up a bit now, so but I think I'll let it dry up completely before I sort of I can feel it inside. They're getting firm now. There's definitely a chickpea in there. Got a few outside tomatoes growing there, not too bad. Old Rabbi's starting to fatten up, which is quite good. Should be able to crop them soon. Doing well. This is a late variety apple. They're starting to sort of look quite good, nice size. So these are not normally ready to sort of October period when we pick them all, but they're dropping off at a great rate this year. I'm not sure if it's because of the dry conditions. I think it's the driest period since 1976 apparently. So whether that's affecting trees as well, but we seem to be getting a continual drop all the time. And also parakeets are sort of coming along and eating some as well. So we're losing quite a few, but we've still got plenty. We've been drying. We've done a video on dehydrating apples, and we've also been turning them into sort of apple sauce, the ones that drop off, so we don't waste them. So these ones are a nice eating variety, but yeah, we've lost lots off the tree this year. Continue picking them up. Yeah, tomatoes have been doing well in the greenhouse here and on the allotment, and the ones outside. So I think we've picked around 5 to 6 kilograms already. They are starting to sort of show some signs of sort of stop producing now. So probably alright for another 3 or 4 weeks, I think. Those are starting to ripen up now. Just changing colour, looking good. We need to tidy up the vine again, sort of coming outwards. I mean, grapes are starting to sort of, they're not as big as the ones down the allotment, these ones. Different variety. But we do make them into sort of juice. But we can still probably get another crop of vine leaves yet. Still not too late. The ones on the ends are still okay to use as stuffed vine leaves, which we've done a video on before. If you'd like to look that one up. Yeah. We'll still get a few off it, I think, for another crop. So we harvested all our shallots and onions, and we're curing them here in the garden. So we let the skins dry up thoroughly and let the green parts die off, and then they'll be ready for storage. Same with the shallots. We let them dry off thoroughly before we put them into storage, or use them to make some pickled onions maybe, not quite sure yet. I think we need to cut some of the oregano down and dry some of that. So this is our next succession of spring onions, which just starting to germinate. You can see them coming through. And this is our salad mix. Starting to sort of another week or so, we might be ready to the stage where we can start using some of it, I think. Hope you've enjoyed our August tour of our 2 plots in our garden. Yeah, it's basically, I mean, the thing that's at the moment we're sort of transforming. Lots of things are sort of coming to an end of the season, but we're still planting stuff out as well. And as you've seen from some of the sort of footage, we've had some sort of bad harvest, I suppose you call it, as a consequence of the sort of drought and heat wave we've had recently as well. So that's caused some damage to some of the crops. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video, found it a little bit informative, and if you have, give us a thumbs up. And if you'd like to follow our journey through the seasons and through the allotment year, please use the subscribe button, and please follow our journey.